Oh, okay, how do I edit my primary title? Kingdom of Norway. Right-click to go to location, click to view, like this. Ah, and then I can make it more blurple, like that. Finish. That's definitely blue. That is definitely blue. You were poked. Yeah, I poked Discord. Just to say that I swapped games. In case there's anybody out there who didn't really want to watch Zomboid. Okay. Purple colors! I can also change my flag, I realize. Wait, no, I can't change the flag. Yeah, I can change the flag. I don't want to do that. Oh, Infinity, that stinks. That really stinks. Okay. Ugh. I gotta, like, clear the Zomboid from my brain. It was just, that was too much. I might be able to handle zombies in Zomboid, but I still hate zombies, okay? Like, don't like it. So, yesterday, our very first character, King Imes, the character that we designed, perished. Old age. 72! He survived a nice long time. We outlived our first son, Redger, our second son, Smasher, and our two first wives. But eventually death came for King Imes, and now we are king and innocent bystander. I have 3 children, Scarlet, an insane adventurer, not very good by the way. This is my player heir as of right now. I have a second son, Imes, an innocent bystander's son. And then we also have a daughter who is suffering from consumption. Oh no. Child number 2. This is like typhoid or something? I'm a quirky name streamer. Yes, it's because I have this thing called the queue that I leave open for chat to dump names into. And typhus. That's what I'm thinking. Typhus. Isn't this typhus? And so chat kind of picks the names. Her hubby has a very prominent chin. It's because he is a genius and a giant. A genius giant. Chat names are definitely quirky. Yes, you should see my whole family. King, an innocent bystander. Let's see. King Imes. With the children, Redger, named after someone in chat. Smasher, Bobby, an innocent bystander. Kenna Derigged, Dewey. And I haven't been able to name all of these kids, but we also have Victoria Shinkick, Imes Doter, Gooey, Mini Macaroni, Totodile, child number 2, Scarlet, another Imes, Death Jr., Steven, Chiefess Legendary Shinkick. Wait. I have Victorious Shinkick and Legendary Shinkick. Pikachu. Yeah, just an interesting family we've got here. Yeah, and apparently Mini Macaroni drowned. It's pretty sad. So, I think we need to make sure that we have court physician? I do have a court physician. Oh wait. And he doesn't like me very much. So who am I swaying currently? We're in the middle of swaying Mikkel. Let's sway the court physician instead. On account of Gudmundur being a powerful agent in hostile schemes. So let's just close that loophole. Himes was proud of his Shinkik. And a Pikachu. Yeah, there is a Totodile. Yeah, we've had lots of kids in our dynasty. Yeah, our Splendor, we have 24 living members. So I don't know how to help her, really. He's... Yeah, so here's the thing. I was having King Imes be the guardian for these two kids, but then King Imes died, so now we need a new guardian. The sun outside is so bright I cannot see my monitor. Brother slash sister-in-law. You see how we end up with interesting names? You see how this happens? Okay, I probably should have raised the runestone. We have the money to do so. Yesterday, we finished off forming the Kingdom of Denmark. And we also have the Kingdom of Norway. As of right now, our succession... Everything is going to Scarlet. Except the Kingdom of Norway, which I instated Scandinavian elective. So who's the... So Scarlet is also the person who's going to inherit this as of right now. My electors... I have 20 votes. They're all voting for random people. Minus 40. You will vote for Scarlet Chonkia when Scarlet Chonkia's score is greater than 70. He's too young, he belongs to my culture, he's a warrior of great prowess, so he's sitting at 70. No, 60, because he's too young. Okay, he's too young. Greater than 95? Luckily, I mean, these people have... He's supporting himself. Okay, they don't have very much sway, and they're all voting for different people. It would be a bit more of a concern. Ah. Jarl Hakon is voting for Scarlet as well. This would be more concerning if anyone was voting for the same person, but it's all split. It's looking fine. Hello, Dragon of Frost. It's good to see you. I haven't fixed my opinions with everyone. Yeah, but what if I get murdered in the night, okay? I need to make sure that inheritance is handled off the bat. Just in case. I want to find some secrets in my court. I assume that I am located here. Yeah, okay. So let's do secret finding. I'm already working on that. As long as I have the higher development level, you always have the most votes. It seems I'm doing better than my Twitter post. My Twitter post from yesterday? Yeah, no, I was having a pretty bad mental health day yesterday. And then on Tuesday, I was sick. And on Monday, I was sick. And on Sunday, I was sick. But you could say that I'm feeling better. Just in time for the weekend. Okay, you are assisting me. Across the board. Could have her assist me with patronage or just do like a general assistance. Pretty decent, actually. And I'm pretty sure that aren't we doing a seduction scheme as well? I could have sworn I was doing this. Yeah, we're on the upswing, just in time for the weekend. Can the lover's pox ever be cured? Mental health and physical health are often intertwined. Yes, they are. You are very correct. Oh, I'm super negative prestige. Oh, when did that happen? Good thing we took care of all the prestigious things with our dad. No, it can't be cured. I thought it was syphilis, Tom. I hope you're doing well, Zircom. Yeah, I was asking about the leper's pox, if it can be cured. No longer continue to find secrets. Task aborted. Unabort? Okay, at the very least, I can use some gold to grease palms. I believe I'm a diplomacy focus. No, we are scholarship. It evolves into the Great Pox and kills. Oh, so I'm gonna die to the pox. Great, awesome. Hello, Narkly. You're reminded of old Bob Newart's skit, Stop It. Not the most mentally healthy, but sometimes drags you out of old doldrums. I know that I've seen it. I mean, I definitely haven't seen it, but... Okay, I'm gonna do this. Oh, she really hates me. While performing his duties as spy master, we've uncovered a secret about Jarl Valdemar. He is in fact the bastard child of Chieftain Ulfr. They're both dead. Like, both of his parents are dead. My vassal who could not inherit titles. Okay, whatever. Marriage proposal accepted. Jarl who must not be named. Valdemar. He wants to numb the world. I'm not going to live a long time. Oh, I didn't realize that it was gonna kill me. Oh. Child number 2 comes of age. Child number 2 is an astute intellectual and is going to die. I have... She's engaged to Totodile. I'm a little concerned because, like, we have a lot of illness running in my family right now. Exposed! There's no way to conclusively prove it. My nephew, Chieftain Emperor, has brought forward evidence that my vassal Valdemar was fought. But didn't we just talk about this? I know. We just had this conversation. Yes. Illegitimate child. Got it. Does Totodile have water gun unlocked? Hopefully. My rival. Veleslava. She's my rival? Why are we rivals? Oh, right. She's a non-believer. I already knew that. You know what? I should check my intrigue. Since secrets. Non-believer. I haven't murdered anybody. I'm surprised. Surprised to hear that. Why do I have a rival, though? Only killed one person. He plays the role of a psychologist who answers everyone's problems with "stop it." Commentary is on bad therapy, but also sometimes the decision to feel better. Well, I'm glad it helps you at least. That definitely doesn't work for me. Definitely not. Yeah, we already knew all these non-believer things. Yeah, we are still figuring out the new king. I've just learned that one day I'm going to die to the lover's pox. I don't think I've played a character who's had lover's pox. We both have low pox. I think she gave it to me. An analytic villain. We can declare 18 wars. You had a meeting and you feared you missed a lot. No, we just switched. Just switched a few minutes ago. I got zomboided out. So I need to dig myself out of my prestige hole. Ugh, Valdemar, I have another secret on you. He has been enjoying the intimate company of other men. Okay. There was a commotion among the children. What happened to your face? Oh, because he intervened with the fight. Oh, keep the trait brave. Your stewardship focus.
So I'm enabling my walkie-talkie to say that we're just starting to head over to West Point now.
I, like, legit forgot that we were in voice chat together, and I've just been sitting here. I changed games.
Oh, well, that's news to me.
I completely forgot that we were in a call together, and I was very confused. Like, who is talking to me right now?
Definitely the person who's still playing Project Zomboid. Well, regardless, have fun.
Yeah, you too. I forgot that we were in a voice call. Hello, Julia. Oh, maybe I should just leave that now. Okay. Not a professional streamer. Yeah, yeah, that's me. I should just played along like I'm still in Zomboid. Yeah, you know, I've made it all the way past West Point, all the way to Denmark. I made it from Kentucky to Denmark. I found a car, and then a plane, and then a ship. I made it all the way across the ocean. Mr. No Nonsense. Just joined the stream. What am I doing? Playing Crusader Kings and forgetting that I was in a voice call while playing Project Zomboid. Yeah, I was spooked because I was like, who is talking to me right now? I just was in my own world. I did say bye on the server, but I suppose because I didn't yell it or like say bye, I guess I thought I said bye globally. That's my bad. I want him to be calm. No one makes it from Kentucky to Denmark. Jonk looks like an owl. He did roll over, he's all cute. Ah, it's a ting mate. The necessary chore for any decent king, with all the free men in the area turning up to discuss local affairs, markets, and jostle for this privilege or that. As to be expected with such large gatherings, they have a way of turning heated, and this is no exception. I struggle to follow the details through all the yelling, but it seems to me as though the men from Chalkheim demand restitution for a wedding thrown into chaos. A red wedding? I don't care. Ah, they'll tire themselves out eventually. Let's use the stress. My stress was getting pretty high. I'm hello. Can someone go to Blind Shadow and send my apologies because I thought I said bye in global chat? I feel really bad. All I'm saying, king and innocent bystander, is that skis are fun even without hunting. Skis? It shouldn't be so unusual to ski for the joy of it, not just for the utility, drones Mikhail at dinner. I feel like I've been in this conversation for my entire life. The man's obsessed. We should give it a try, now, while the snow is thick and fresh. There's a steep hill not too far. I bet I can reach the bottom before you and we'll both have a great time. I want to be friends with this guy anyway. So 95% chance that I win and grow closer to forming a friendship with Mikhail. Plus I'm brave, so I'll lose some stress. Let's do it. We're going skiing. It's close, but I win. I have dug myself out of the prestige hole even more. Thank you, JSOG. Thank you, Cody and JSOG. Appreciate it. Ah, cries Imes, tugging at my sleeve almost as soon as I enter the snowbound courtyard. It's no good. I'm useless. I can't skate. The ice hates me. A speedy glance suggests he may be right. The place looks like an army's marched through it, with the amount of shattered ice my son has left in his wake. Okay, I always tell them to go bother somebody else. You know what? Go play indoors. Avoiding the snow, medium health boost. Because my other two kids are sick. Or at least one of them is. I don't know if you can recover from consumption. Why is everybody sick? DK3 is a real vibe, I know. My nephew is now my player heir. You are? How are you my player heir? I'll lose the Kingdom of Denmark. But how did you choose my heir? Because the Kingdom of Norway. Ah, the Kingdom of Norway is the domain that we can't lose. Or that's our... Yeah, I set Denmark to elective, but... Wait. I have to set Denmark to elective. Rank 2. Okay, how do I see the rank? You're number 1. He has 24 votes. He is evil. Who is evil? Jarl Steven's evil. Then why are you supporting him? He belongs to my culture plus 20. Warrior of great prowess. He's a strong man and a brilliant man, but evil. He will vote for Scarlet when his score is greater than 80. Okay. It doesn't really matter. How did you get so many votes? Other children get inheritance too. Being brilliant and strong is super weighted. He's only intelligent, he's not brilliant. I mean, I guess he is. You managed to get pants on an hour ago, but you still need food. Oh. Oh, wait. Wait. Brilliant and strong. So can I just like kind of jump to an entirely different side of the family? Like, can I just ditch an innocent bystander side of the family and like jump on Steven's side of the family? Or not him? Yeah, Steven. Okay, then... I feel like this is a very good choice. He's Midas touched. He's lazy, shy, and deceitful, which isn't the best. It's not the best, but he is a genius and he is strong. My nephew is engaged to my niece. Did I set this up? I don't feel like I would have set that up. I might have set that up. He's also reclusive and contrite. You can do cousins for the elective, not grandchildren. You know what, Anarchly? I do that too. I mouse over tooltips on other people's streams. I did set this up? Okay, I would believe it. Okay. So... I can't set up Denmark. Not yet. I probably should set up Denmark with the Scandinavian elective with our previous king because he had loads of prestige, but we might be able to do it before dying. But as of right now, Jarl Steven Bobbison is our heir. He's not the best. He's not the worst. The important thing to note is he's a genius, and his betrothed is intelligent. I would like to see that I can't play matchmaker even when they're betrothed. Have a few kids, have a hissy fit, die at 40. I have had that happen. Whoa, he's super negative prestige. Ugh. Remember that one time when like we put someone's head in a jar and my king died of like extreme stress? You're always there for me. I hope you know that I'm grateful. My son Iams approaches me in a rare display of honesty. That's what it means to be a guardian. You grow closer to forming a friendship with Iams, and he gains 100 opinion of me. Vividly. My daughter-in-law, Gira, has given birth to a daughter. Oh, this is my immediate granddaughter. She's Amazonian. What about gout? Can you cure gout? Yeah, very good. All right, let's draw a name. Let's see what completely off-the-wall name chat gives this child. All right, my granddaughter's name is now Cuddles. Scarlet's daughter. May you grow to be strong and wise and hopefully get all the cuddles you deserve. Let's appoint you a guardian. Suppose I'll do me. Everyone, Entropy, hello! What is going on with my family? Why is everybody sick? Just born and already sickly. Gout is curable like cancer. With the right part chopped off, you might be cured. Hi, Pterodox. Hello. Yeah, he has gout. He's fine, but he's sickly. My other daughter, or my only daughter, has consumption, which I still don't know if this can be cured or not. The only person in this family who's okay right now is I'm an innocent bystander stun. That's it. Sickly Amazonian's probably net neutral. Chieftain Emperor has uncovered a secret held by my wife. She is a cannibal. Well, that's why our kids are sickly. I blame you, waifaroo. Don't know where that came from. Hi, Otto. No, I don't want you as my heir. My counselor died of old age. Oh, no, I need to look at my elective. It's a 22. 24. My vote strength is 18, modified... or total development modified by faith and heritage. Okay, let's just increase our vote strength. So I do know that we are increasing development. We're at 30 out of 100. But I can increase development elsewhere, can't I? Somehow. It's 25 days. The old CK3 streams are not on YouTube. No, I wasn't posting VODs then. Not the most useful thing to do, but occasionally, like, you just want to go and you want to watch a VOD. Guess what? They're not there. Yeah, they're lost forever, basically. Yep. There was the whole head in the jar thing, lost forever. Yeah, our family is super lovely. Hey! A perfect little genius! Oh, because I got a new wife! Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, this was his former spouse. She was the one who gave us the lover's pox. She gave us the pox like I'm actually not sure. But I'm pretty sure she gave us the pox. I forced this divorce. Had my son, now ruler, remarry with Queen Halfreither, and now they've reinforced their intelligent trait to form a child that's brilliant. Lips remain, but that's about it, yeah. What kind of name is this, Raxel? This name, really? Is Danish for the B word? The name that Raxel picked was Magnum PI? Isn't that like a pop culture reference that I don't understand, and I should definitely make a command for the amount of times I don't recognize a pop culture reference? Magnum PI. It's an 80s show starring Tom Selleck. Google's Tom Selleck. It's only when I'm streaming do I realize how out of touch with, like, the world I am. Wait, Tom Selleck, I've seen him in... something. I've seen him in something. What have I seen you in? Wait, was he Richard? In Friends? Richard. He was Richard! Oh! Breakout role was playing Thomas Magnum. Look at me, recognizing somebody. Known for his mustache. The most successful mustache in Hollywood. Kimto. Or is it Simto? There was a reboot on CBS a few years ago. Like, I don't watch TV. Okay. I'm seriously not convinced that my first son is not illegitimate. Or... yes. I'm not convinced he's not illegitimate. I'm, like, fairly certain that this is not really my son, and it's just a guess. But I need my spy master to confirm that for me. The stash is iconic, that's how I recognized him. You've seen neither Friends nor Magnum. Oh, okay, Friends doesn't totally hold up nowadays. Like, it's not the worst show I've seen as far as, like, holding up to, like, today's atmosphere, as far as correctness, but there is... okay, he's convinced there's no secrets. Yeah, Disturb Puppy, and there's also a lot of negativity towards like the trans community. Without spoiling the show? Not spoiling the show, there's a whole thing about like one of the characters, and I can't really talk about this without spoiling the content of the show, actually. But it's not handled well, and it's like it took a very like shameful approach to like having that sort like hold on, let me pick this. Ooh, yes. For sure, your wards get additional skills. Like, it took a very shameful approach to... Let me finish my thought. Ugh, spooks.
Secrets.
Secrets. Secrets. Commander Rudd, thank you for the 666 spoopy bits. Let me slow this down a little. A lot of things aren't going to age well in regards to trans stuff, yes, but... I don't know how to talk about this without spoiling the show, but... Like, when encountering the conversation, as far as, like, the character in the show being transgender, like, it's not handled well. Ah, Mikhail died. My vassal, commander, and champion. Is there somebody else who can take over your role? Let's appoint this guy for now. Thank you for the support, Commander Red. Don't enjoy sitcoms? You couldn't even finish How I Met Your Mother? How I Met Your Mother is like a... Really? If we're talking about shows that don't hold up, How I Met Your Mother is like up there with like crazy offensiveness. It has really, really, really not aged well. There's like so much shaming, just shaming women, shaming like obesity. Oh, it's so bad. It is so bad. Hold on, let me find. Let me find... Yeah, okay, I think this one is okay. This screen rant. Oh yeah, plus like... It's so bad. Like, the fact that Barney as a character, like... He's basically, he just like, yeah, no, just here. And there's this one too. There's swear words in this one. If you don't like that, I know I don't swear here. That second article I posted contains illicit language. Explicit language, I mean. Big Bang Theory I haven't seen. Is my wife addicted to surströmming? Fishy business. It begins as an occasional treat, an unusual habit. But I'm a good Norseman, and what Norseman hasn't eaten some dodgy herring in his time. Over the last few weeks, though, Queen Hafrith is it? Did I pronounce this R? Can somebody tell me? Is the R silent? Is it Hafrith or Hafrither? I need to block the sun again. Okay, so yes, rotten fish has gone from tolerable to idiosyncrasy to pungent omnipresence. This morning when I discovered what she'd done to the latrine, I decided I'd had enough. I found her in the hall, face soaked in fetid brine, half a lazy fisheye lazily dripping down her chin. So she's a cannibal and is eating rotten fish. I give it too much chill, it's more like an H? The R at the end of this? I just never watched Big Bang Theory. Saltori, hello. You found it super awkward and cringe from day one. I guess I'll just continue to avoid it. Diplomacy challenge. She'll be incredibly insulted, like without a doubt. There's a 25% chance that we have a good conversation. 74% chance she's incredibly insulted and might become my rival. We could move our quarters. She'll continue syncing up the place, but she'll be grateful and gain 30 opinion of me. But every guest in courtier will lose 20 opinion of me. I could imprison her. No one will think me a tyrant because she... Oh no. I could just put her in the dungeons for eating rotten fish, and it's not tyranny. I don't think I should do that. She's pregnant. Every courtier and guest will lose 20 opinion if I do Oof. 20 opinion is not something I can afford to lose. What if I set her to court politics? And, okay, 36% chance. Fingers crossed? She's incredibly insulted. We go closer to forming a rivalry. Dungeon now has your vote. I didn't want to do that because she's pregnant. I don't want, like, more children getting sick. Yeah, we had a talk and she was insulted. Can it be cannibalism? Eating a person. Or... person. Can it be cannibalism running in the family? Yeah, so... Oh my gosh. So, no child number 2. Child number 2 is beautiful. Unfortunately, suffering from consumption. But I married her to Totodile, who's a genius and a giant. She had an awesome kid, which I'm going to rename. Like, right now. Also, can I can use the pin mechanism for this. What are these names, chat? Okay. Swanhild is now immortal intern number 2. Child number 2's son. And let's see. Scarlet has had another kid. Amazonian sickly. Our new child is robust. Not yet sickly, so let's name this one as well. Starting to get a little bit worried about these names you're picking. Alistair chose the name Pestilence. That not have been the name Odor. I think you're right. Yeah, why does it say number 2's son? Shouldn't it be number 2's daughter? I can't change the last name. It is my granddaughter, but the game gave her the male suffix. Okie dokes. Beautiful and a genius. Yep, so I need to pin you. Mortal intern. Let's keep our other potential person pinned as well. I keep forgetting that pins are a thing. I would like to pin you. Because you're who I want to be my heir. This kiddo needs a guardian. Let's see. Nope, wrong people entirely. This kiddo needs a guardian. Is there anybody who's a genius? Anybody who's a genius in the house? Nope. The best I've got is Urith. I'm not sure how I pronounce this as an H. Urith. Trails off. You're 13. I did appoint a guardian. Yeah, I did. My daughter's a genius too. Okay. So to raise my prestige, I could not think of the word. Let's call a hunt. We have opportunities to raise prestige. The cat's still chilling? Oh my gosh, look at this cute one. Yeah, so that was very distracting. To circle back around, a lot of these sitcoms haven't really not held up well, and How I Met Your Mother is one of them. Just so bad. There's so much shaming. Thanks to me, you just started to watch the latter half of Vikings you've been procrastinating about. You're welcome? Oh. Oh no, that's really sad. She had a miscarriage. The child was not meant to be. She assures me it's the way of life, but her hand lingers on her belly. That's why I didn't put her in the dungeon. Bounding through the plains, I'm gaining on a majestic stag I've been chasing for hours. Just as I prepare to strike, I hear my vassal, Chieftain Caller, cry out in pain. He has fallen and is now clutching his leg. Ooh, I can increase my learning. Move over. I'm trained in medicine. But I could gain 150 prestige. He's a murderer. If I don't help him, he's gonna murder me. Move over. I'm trained in medicine. Plus this raises my learning by 1. As I've practiced field medicine. For 10 years, I get learning +1, which is pretty excellent. Literally is excellent. It was the surströmming. People who got their apartment on fire got in their car stuck outside and were lighting the engine trying to get it unstuck. Yeah, they're having a very bad day, and maybe you should, like, go help them. No, maybe don't help them. I don't know. Maybe don't. Or maybe do. Maybe they're just having, like, a really terrible day. Alright, we return home, reinvigorated. We're out of the prestige hole! 44! Can raise a runestone. What to carve? We could talk about our departed father, King Iams. Now that I've decided, well, oh, he's crying. He's mourning. Now I've decided what to put on my runestone. The question remains, where to place it. Memorials to family, like Iams, encourage respect and fealty. They are best placed in areas that think little of me, where I can make an example of my dedication and servitude to higher powers. Ancestral runestone does raise popular opinion. How do I view my popular opinion? My popular opinion is -6. in this location. Do I just have to find each location? -6. Isn't this down here somewhere? I guess I could just click it. There we go. -6. Let's go Mary. Okay, we're definitely out of the hole. Great. You're fully in the zone where you're too mad to do things right, and it's making everything worse, making you angry. You're gonna blow the engine up. Just go school them. I say this, but like, if it was me, I'd be way too anxious to talk to them. There's a boat stuck in the river. What's going on right there? It's half docked inside the mountain. Yeah, I'd say go help them, but like, I have such bad social anxiety with that sort of stuff that would be very hypocritical of me. But it would be nice to help them. Like, hey, first off, do they know they set their apartment on fire? Well, you could tell them they're gonna blow their engine up. Okay, they know. Who are you engaged to? Okay. She's really looking... She's malnourished? Why are you malnourished? She's gonna die. She's only 18 years old. Worsened disease symptoms, consumption, and malnourished. And he still has gout. Okay, task aborted. We can no longer increase county control. Oh, this is looking much better. Raise county control here. Sometimes you have to learn the hard way. I mean, or you can just school them. Yeah, okay, the potentially angry thing, I can understand. I can definitely understand that. I wonder if I should appoint a tutor. What determines a decent tutor? I'm not sure. A food taster. What makes your aptitude for tasting food decent? It shows if you hover over aptitude. Yeah, but oh. Learning skill, shy. Learning skill plus 27.5. His learning's only 11. Yeah, just her puppy. It happens.
I just saw a car being driven by a sheep in a swimsuit. It was a Lamborghini.
I shake my head, Mr. Jerka Boy. I shake my head at that. Thank you for the 100 bits. Imes is enjoying the latest feast Gregarious. Lustful. It never hurts to make friends, you know? I feel like I could use some gregariousness in my life. Oh, gluttonous. Interesting. Me over here, I'm very much so not gregarious. IRL. Nope. You're off to bed, Mr. Jerkaboy. Goodbye. Take care. Sleep well. Have a super fantastic weekend. Thank you for the support today. I hope you have a good one. My chancellor might leave my court. I made you a chancellor. Why would you leave? Competent schemer. I mean, I guess. Can I invite champions yet? Down the herald. I need more champions in my court. So my stress is at 0. So far, so good. Like we're doing all right. I can't build anything here or here. Why don't we throw up palisades here? Hello, I would like to recruit you to my court. Welcome, my champion. I have 18 of 18 champions now, which is good. But let's make sure we forbid some of these people from taking part. My son and champion, forbid. So there's only one spot that I can build. Okay, that works out because I don't really have any more prestige. Negotiate an alliance. Then you're gonna ask me to help you fight your wars. I don't want to do that. Active election. Yes, you're still second in line. Behind this guy. He's got 34 votes now. He's got my brother-in-law and vassal has a lot of voting power. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait a second. Who's voting for you? Thorfiner. Total development modified by faith and heritage. He dislikes Shy and he thinks he's evil. Why are you evil? Probably because of one of these traits. I don't like the traits either, okay? I don't like them either. Well, you're really nice. Recruit. Beatful. Champion has arrived. I'll take it. Your spy master, someone's trying to kill your courtier. A few moments later, I've discovered who's trying to kill your courtier. It's my husband. You were supposed to keep that a secret. Oh, ah. Okay, so our army should be, whoops, a little bit better off now. We've got better soldiers. Much better soldiers. Okay, and I'm not sure how I can sway the votes. It's looking like my heir is going to be somebody that I really don't want to be. More than anything, my quest to be a learned man is teaching me how much I do not yet know. What more, there must be so much knowledge that's been lost to the ages as books fall apart and languages forgotten. Perhaps I could contribute by making a new translation of one of the classic works. Although, what would I even translate? This sounds too hard. No idea. Aristotle? Sure. It does do some weird plot twists. Yeah. Uh-huh. Monitor too bright. Kingness, I could kill the voter. Could kill the voter, you're right. Host a feast. Yeah, let's host a feast because that's gonna help raise people's opinions. I say we just raise everyone's opinions because that might help with the voting. Guests are gathered in the great hall, lords and ladies from near and far reaches of the realm. The mood is bright and spirits are high as the feast begins. I like this music. I recently rediscovered the Elder Scrolls Online soundtrack. So good. ESO has like some of the best ambient music. The great table seating the upper nobility on the dais gave a loud crack, and a moment later it gave in under the weight of food and gilded decoration. As my most distinguished guests and I had to be fitted in among the lower nobility, I ended up close to my son Scarlet. As high nobles mingled with their lessers, words of both friendship and enmity were exchanged among people who rarely associate. Scarlet and I ended up talking all evening and agreed it should not be the last time we feasted and laughed in each other's company. Wait, my son is considered lesser nobility? He becomes my friend. Nice. I find myself working on the translation of Paris Sykes for hours under the flickering light of a candle. Often I barely notice time passing. My scribe reminds me, however, "My lord, it must be past midnight by now. Is it not time to rest?" Bum bum bum. No, we have to keep going until I feel done. The quality will improve slightly, and we'll get 50 learning lifestyle experience, and this will be concluded faster. For age stress. And I get a perk. Perkity. Different culture opinion plus 15. Is this for myself or for other people? Let's increase county development efficiency. As my guests leave, they seem to depart in good spirits. I am also relieved that Scarlet does not depart without saying farewell. We both know we'll be seeing each other soon. Gains another 30 opinion in me for 10 years. And I gain prestige, and everyone likes me more. Woohoo! Question, do I lose Denmark on death? Hi, Red Pyro. No. Yes. Right now, I am losing Denmark on death. Yes, I was thinking Norway. Uh-huh. I do. I am working on it. Oh, you know what, J-Sog? Yeah, I'm whole of body, so that's probably gonna help. Gotta get an empire. I don't even know what I would need to form an empire. Yeah, that's not happening. We need 96 counties. I've only got 33. Otter recovers from consumption. Awesome. I didn't think she was gonna survive. You just need to hold England for 30 years. England? Why England? And we can make the Empire of the North Sea? Ah, you're right. Yeah, we got the Kingdom of Norway, we got the Kingdom of Denmark, so I just need the Kingdom of England. I guess I should make moves on that. A specific phrase from Percy Sykes has been frustrating my translation effort for days. I've even started muttering it to myself sometimes. You're struggling with that one, aren't you? My Ríkiscothy hefts a weighty old tome. One simply needs only know where to look. 50% chance he finds the answer. 50% chance he finds an answer. 100% chance we find any answer, so that seems good. Aw, no worries, Cody. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for playing with me. Thanks for being awesome. I really, really hope you have a nice weekend, Cody. Thank you for everything. This is gonna be hard. I think we should probably start with the small fish, right? Like Petty Queen Wolfrun. I can declare war on her just because. I can't. I don't have any prestige. But yeah, we could just start with... Yeah, this is bite-sized. She has no allies. Her army is teeny tiny. She has no children. This would be a pretty easy to yoink. I already did a hunt. I already did one. I'm having the notes from my translation read back to me when... My lord, please forgive me, but did you fall asleep? Heavens above, this classic is a piece of absolute drivel. Nevertheless, I will force myself through it. I am curious to know what's going to happen if we continue to improve the translation significantly. I can choose to improve it significantly. I can push the task to my scribes for a slight improvement, or take a break and not get any progress. Oh, excuse me. I have a doctor's appointment soon and I don't want to do it. At least it's a telehealth appointment. But I still don't want to do it. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Mainly because I just want to play Crusader Kings all night, and I can't because I have a doctor's appointment. I don't understand how I don't have, like, all the votes. How do I not have all the votes because I'm a king? An excellent translation. My translation finally stands complete. My words rest on beautifully illuminated pages, all protected by a lavish cover as befits the work's importance. The tome has taken place in my library, and every Gothi who reads it is mightily impressed by my efforts. Some are already speaking of making copies of their own. Nice, accomplished translator. Extra prestige per month. I lose translating a book, but I do get a learning lifestyle thingy. Perk. Hagglin Gaming, hello again. Welcome in. Hello. hello, hello. How was Crusader Kings? Welcome in, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I hope you had a great stream. We are also playing Crusader Kings. We just swapped over like about an hour ago from Project Zomboid. I got to... It was too much zombieing for me, so I switched to Crusader Kings and I'm feeling much better now. We are on my second character. My first character finally died and I'm sad. But it's okay, we move on. So many deaths, so many losses, but it's fun. I'm glad it was at least fun. Thank you for the raid and coming over my way. My prestige is the sticking point for them. Tribals love prestige. So if I become more prestigious, they'll vote for me. You're on your third ruler? 4 hours in, oh my. Another perk already. Learning per level devotion +2. My learning went from 30 to 36. Heck yeah. Nice, a son. Dang, he's not a genius, but I have a son. He's intelligent. A nund. Under. Okay, let's draw a name. That's an interesting name. I'll be sure to appoint young dungeon master to be head security guard. I feel like we should call him the Pungeon Master, Asuka. I might take some creative liberty and change his name to Pungeon Master because I'm the streamer and I say so. Live with it. You're absolutely fine with that. That's good. Because I did it. Oops. Trying to turn map mode off. There we go. Yeah, so we have formed the Kingdom of Norway, and we've also formed the Kingdom of Denmark. And I'm debating / definitely gonna take over England next. But the thing is, I don't have enough prestige to do this, so we're kind of just gonna wait. We're gonna wait around. I don't think that he's gonna survive long enough to form the Kingdom of the High Sea, or Kingdom of the North Sea? North Sea. High Sea. High Sea is a drink. It's like that sugar juice that you can give kids. But, like, actually, is it the... what? It's the North Sea. Yeah, so we have to hold England for 30 years. Well, we need to hold everything for 30 years, but I don't even have the title of the Kingdom of England. And I can maybe conquer it. The problem is that... my land currently isn't going to the right people. Oh, Red Pyro, that's right, raiding. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, we'll raid for prestige. Yeah. We have the pungeon option when deciding what to do with his enemies. I'm gonna raise my men-at-arms, and then can I raise, like, local raiders? And I have all my champions, too. Alright, let's become a raiding army. That was way easier than doing it the way I was... I had that set up before. Is France still... Nope. France has got their stuff figured out. Let's raid them anyway. I think they'll be fine. Maybe I'll take a few more levies with me. Nice, that worked. I didn't think it would. So, yeah, we can just hop in right along the river and pick up some raid loot. If we're going this way, we may as well start up here. The Viking hordes are here to steal your lunch money. Why didn't you all tell me the dog hand is like a black blob? I need you all to tell me when my cameras are not working correctly. Okay, now he's like a bright blob, but better than a dark blob? Question mark? Here come the raiders. It's dark so Kitty can sleep. He's passed out. I really want to pet him on his little noggin. In fact, I think I'm gonna pet him on his noggin. Is anybody in this group a reaver? Ugh. Dang. We have no reavers. The reaver trait was awesome. Okay, they just sent me telehealth link, but they're way too early. This is the doctor I was talking about that sends me links like crazy early. Yeah, Ims did leave some big Viking boots to fill. Yes, indeed. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Like, my best commander's like level 25. Look how long this takes. 14 days? Guess I can make 14 days go faster if I put it on 3x speed. Ah, business. He is orange again. The best part of raiding is all the people we take in our siege, who we then ransom off for like loads of money. Hello, Stage Hog! Your Kingdom of Bohemia has grown since yesterday. Even though you're still a relatively small country, you managed to make your court get the #1 ranking. That's pretty awesome. Nice job. Wasn't a black and white cat? No, he's orange, silly. Haven't you seen the emotes, Asuka? There's so much loot! 26! Give all loot. Hey, I'm raiding here. Back off. Ims has come age. Midas touched. Good job, Ims. Very good job. Proud of you. Coming through. I'm raiding here. It's a white and gold cat, not a black and blue one. The dress, right? Is it a white cat? Is it a blue cat? Is it an orange cat? Yeah, I am exploring the Viking stuff. The new Viking content's really cool. Although I could have sworn that I did mess around with some of this. I actually didn't realize that we weren't able to play... or like... get involved with the royal court content. I have no idea what perk I just picked. I just clicked it. I didn't realize that we're not able to deal with it until we're feudal. I thought we just had to be a king to be able to have a royal court, but yeah, you also have to be feudal. So that's a thing. I did play as Sweden once, yeah, I did. Also played as Denmark, and now we're playing as Norway. Really nice artifacts on display in your court, including a holy reliquary that you managed to loot after a siege. The next perk. I don't even know what the next perk is. May as well just keep on going, right? Like, just follow the river. There's lots of money here. I guess they haven't been raided in a while? I don't really know what factors go into increasing or decreasing the amount of loot that you get. But like right here, this is 30 raid loot. You know, I'm just gonna keep going. I don't care that I'm undersupplied. I'm sure I will if I get attacked. Maybe we took some good prisoners? Guy is a novice position. I'll negotiate your release, demand conversion and recruit. Ransoming her off, and just... Yeah, I do remember when I left Cody to die, although I did say, Cody, run! And then she didn't do it, so... Played as Sweden before they added Viking-specific men-at-arms. Okay, so that's why it doesn't feel very familiar. There's too much loot. The loot goblin in me has to keep going. I can't turn around. More development and more buildings equal more money. Oh, is that the next perk? Nope, that's not the next perk. That's just a faith thing. But learn on the job... Mine. Is really nice. 20% of your counselor's primary skills are added to your own. If you had good counselors, like, you can get so much stuff. Like, is that saying that 20% of this score of 17, which is like 3-ish skill points, go to my diplomacy, and then right here I would get like 5 skill points, and then 5 skill points, and then 5 more skill points? That's so crazy good! Learning focus is a must if you're the cultural head. I'm pretty sure I am too. Hello! Look who's back as my player heir. Who voted for you? Somebody's vote changed. It was Chieftain Kohler. Change their vote. Being smart is OP. I mean, that's what it seems like. Claim the Kingdom of France. Do it. I'm gonna negotiate his release and put him in demand conversion and recruit him to my court because he is comely. Let's stop by here. I'm trying not to really go too far away from where I actually need to be, but I can't help it, okay? Like, I need to get all this loot. There's loot everywhere. Ah, but I can't carry any more gold. Let's go home. Yeah, don't go that way. Go this way. You don't take attrition going this way. Come on, game. Major scholarly expertise. Learning +2. I have a learning of 36 right now. 37. It just went up. What did it go up for? I received an offer from Yacht Arthur, a nobleman from Netheros. If the letter is to be believed, he is an experienced herbalist who would be willing to share his knowledge in return for room and board. The offer is intriguing, but I know the Ríkskothi is distrustful of charms and potions. He believes that Loki uses them for his own nefarious purposes. Oh, I gain the trait herbalist with a medium health boost, and look at that, learning +2. If I let this guy move in. Yeah, that's really nice. Learning and intrigue +2. The medium health boost. I don't care if you don't like me. How is the romance into town working out? Oh, with the stir puppy, not me. Yeah, almost 40 learning. We're probably crushing it on innovations. $20 years to learn Cash's belly. Nice! Look at all my prestige. I can totally declare a war now. Okay, we are resupplying. We bought back 300 gold and 300 prestige. So they do resupply as I sit here. I think we should get more soldiers. Like, they should be reinforced with soldiers. I think. Oh, not as a raiding party. They have to be just a regular army in order to resupply. Yeah, we did this yesterday. My levies will, men-at-arms won't. That's okay. Imes and Satyamka have been married. My son and friend. That was really quick to get a new perk. Yorkson is adept in the ways of the computer IT, but Sven believes he's black magic for nefarious ways and bad memes. Oh yeah? Is that so? Alright, let's re-engage raid mode. Ear is ringing. It's ringing. Why don't we just go right here? From all of my evenings watching stars, I have seen with my own eyes what I have only heard of before. The stars move at different speeds and reverse their course at different times, but in seemingly large groups, depending on which celestial sphere they belong to. Indeed, with the right calculations, one could even predict their movement. My Ríkskothi does not approve, of course. Let the skies be. The celestial realm is for the elders to know. I will find my answers in the heavens. Gives me learning, stewardship, and additional prestige. We really don't need piety. I'm gonna get my answers in the heavens. Raiding mode engaged. With science! Yeah, exactly, science! I'll be holding them for 30 years before my ruler dies. Nope. No, but it's okay. I think we just have to hold it, like, as part of our realm for 30 years. So right now, according to my succession law... actually, my primary focus is going to be turning the Kingdom of Denmark into the Scandinavian elective. I don't want to go there. And that requires 1500 prestige, so right now I'm raiding for prestige. It was the start of war, but I kind of forgot that I had another focus in mind. Need to be king for all three for 30 consecutive years. Okay, not just in my realm. So that's the next character then. That's their problem. It's not happening with this guy. But if we could at least claim it, that would be ideal, right? Yeah, I don't really want to create a custom empire, to be honest. Make my courtier Uthmund more susceptible to my attempts at approaching him. I can include a compliment in my next missive to his court. I will be sure to mention this. I don't need to sway him. Why am I still swaying him? He loves me. Let's sway this guy. Coming through! I did make a custom empire once. Yeah, I don't really want to do that again. I'm sorry, you're just in the way. Slaughter. Destroyed their levies. They're in the way of where I'm trying to raid. My most sincere apologies. Oh, I'm in battle again. Another slaughter. They had 3 levies. Oh no, I feel really bad. My daughter-in-law has given birth to a daughter. With no traits. She's Amazonian. He's handsome, and she has no traits. What are the chances? Alright, your name is Selahundin. Courtesy of Cody. May you grow strong and wise, Selahundin. The true intern. Yeah, let's go this way. Stick to the coast. No skills. Hey, I want to raid there. What do you say, an innocent bystander? Burps my champion between draughts from his tankard. The young man flexes his muscles proudly. Think you can take me at arm wrestling? Go on, first to 3. My fork pauses on the way to my mouth, but the tavern erupts in brash cheers and whoops. Lesser members of my entourage keen to witness the showdown. I could do a Prowess challenge to gain 75 prestige and he'll like me more. I can also maybe do an intrigue challenge if I set wifey to intrigue. 99% chance to cheat my way to a dramatic victory. He won't like it though. If we do the Prowess challenge, he takes it well. Even if I lose. I best him. I gain 75 prestige and he gains 30 opinion. A champion now in the positive. Woo! Okay, I guess you got here first. Kick him in the shin. Yeah, that was the other guy. The other guy with the legendary shin kicks. As I struggle to make out the tiny letters on the scroll before me, I feel a headache building once again. Why do scribes insist on writing such small symbols? I squint and try again. Nothing short of a miracle. With the aid of a stone glass, even old men struggling with bad eyesight could read with ease. I could spend 50 gold to get 300 lifestyle experience. Let's do that. Doop 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 doo. Going on a raid. Raid. So I just need to get like loads of prestige. I just need, I think, another 600. Hey, this is quick. 20% of counselor's primary skills will be added to my own. I have 2, 12, 12, 13, 40. 5, 17, 17, 18, 42. That's so nice. Especially if I were to swap this guy out with someone with better learning. Like my court physician? Am I in a battle? No, they're in a battle. I'm just an innocent bystander. Yeah, we do want to stay along the river, so this would be an okay spot to keep raiding. Down here. Uh-oh, we're starving again. I guess let's go home. Can we go this way? Like... Maybe I need to look somewhere else to raid. Would it be a good idea to raid England? Like, do they have a lot of honey? Not really. Well, in some places, yes. There's also a river I can follow. And a coastline. Okay, we just... Oh, sorry, I didn't miss that. Nope. Okay, raid mode off. As is Viking tradition, raid England. Yeah, well, we've already, like, raided all through here. We could go this way. Maybe, and, like, hit up some of these places. I got a good deal of money going along the coast through here last time. And up this way through Sweden. Bobby died. He was infirm. Age 59. Oh no, Chieftain Ivar. Drowned! Wow, my family's cursed. Oh, twins! Genius twins! How cute. I don't even know who these kids are anymore. They're like... Legendary Shinkick's son. My niece, Legendary Shinkick. My niece's kid? What does that make them, like, second cousins? I don't really know how that works. Raiding mode engaged. Bad swimmers. Okay, yeah, let's raid the uppity castle dwellers. I'm getting old! All gray. In the dusty corner of the library, I find a tome, bound in leather and inscribed with weird symbols, partially hidden behind other books. It is old, but has obviously seen some recent use. As I leaf through it, I quickly come to the realization that it deals with some unconventional knowledge. Which. I'm pretty sure this is how we become a witch. Focused reading, learning +1. Will the witchcraft help me stay alive longer? Which witch? That witch. That witch best serves me. Is there a werewolf option? I don't think so. I take lots of attrition marching myself through here. But I will do it. Num 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 num. Yeah, so there's a witchcraft option, like you can start a coven, or at the very least you can become a witch, and then you can choose to start a coven. You can be persecuted for it, unless you manage to, like, convert your whole dynasty, or your whole house, I think. Or like 60 or 70% of your house into witches, and then you just have like a whole coven. Look at all my prisoners. Trying to take me on. I think a battle just started as I'm hanging out here. Raiding. I think I've gotten myself caught up in the middle of a war. Yeah, the attrition is killer. However, the raid loot's pretty significant. A party every decade, teach each other stuff. It's a good time. Werewolves were out of place. In CK2, I can't imagine it might be out of place. I just keep hearing rump rump. Ah! No! I don't want Baba-san! Ew! Prisoners can be ransomed. I want Charles Steven. Rank number 2. Oh, big kitty stretches. It's a 27 vote to 29. Will you vote the way that I want you to? Like, you gonna... How does he have so much vote? He has one chiefdom. How does he have such a significant vote? Hi, Lang! How's it going? Hello, hello! What's the development like in his county? It has the development of 3. How does he have such a significant vote? Wait. Yeah, how does he have a vote strength of 19? He does kind of look like Geralt, yeah. Popular opinion. Plus 16. Is popular opinion? Popular opinion, eh? Mine's only plus 10. How do I increase my popular opinion? Increase development. Direct vassal opinion increase. Foreign affairs. He's super popular. Ah, if I do the Great Blot. Okay, let's blot it up. Been poking me about this for a while. Let's do it! Although smaller blot are held for many occasions throughout the year, once a decade the Austrians of Norway come together for a grand celebration and most importantly, a grand sacrifice. Though plentiful blood is shed for the gods, the meat of the offering goes to the faithful. Such a rich feast usually makes for an incredible party. Of course, Such an affair is expensive, and certainly not all need be invited. Every lord and commoner is invited. 150 gold. What else am I gonna do with all that raid money? I get plus 80 in all titles. Plus 80 popular opinion. Wow. Okay. What happened? Someone swayed. Chief Emperor's been swayed. Prisoners, prisoners. Ransoms, prisoners, prisoners, ransoms. Vikings are easy to please. Yeah, just, you know, smash people and hang them from a tree. My lord! Onunder approaches me with urgency. A local merchant has a copy of the compendious book on the calculation by completion and balancing, but refuses to sell it to me. If you can make him see the error of his way, I would be in your debt. This book sounds interesting. I increase my learning by 1. Or I could get a weak hook on him and 25 learning lifestyle experience. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this book sounds interesting. He'll like me soon enough. I can even designate one of these people I've just captured as a primary, a chief sacrifice, as they're all evil. According to... okay, here we are. Cousins of Chonkheim are a superstitious bunch, regularly coming to me with claims of sorcerers, giants, and gods in disguise. Usually I ignore such claims as commoner theatrics, but this time they bring evidence. A blood-stained sheep's carcass, clearly torn apart, but not eaten, not even chewed on, crudely shredded by no claws I've ever seen. The locals insist nothing less than the work of a troll, and demand I scour the nearby woods to dispatch for the creature. Sounds like we need to send Geralt. The guy who's very popular. Sanctioned loopholes. I can use the buy-claim interaction. That's very nice. The woods whisper gently as we trudge forwards, holding my small party of retainers in a tight, shadowy embrace. I fancy it's just the wind, but some say trolls sing like the wind when alone. Several disappearances have happened near this clearing, making it a likely camp for the beast. At least, that's what the locals say. The silence breaks with an almighty crash, as a titanic rapid moose bursts onto the scene, twice the height of a man, nostrils flaring with foam and anger. Not a troll, but our quarry still. I have the option, Rarg! I tear the beast in half in a berserk fury. Become a moose slayer to increase my learning per... What? I'm gonna have so much learning skill. Oh. No, we have to do this one. Lose 100 stress because I'm a berserker. And 350 prestige? This is amazing. Rarg! Moose torn in half. My learning is 49! Hi, sweetie potato. We do love a big moose. The Grand Blot. By tradition, this includes human and animal sacrifice. Several prisoners will be offered to the gods, perhaps even including a special choice of my own, their lives given in tribute. Though the beliefs of Asatru demand this, there are commoners in my realm who find the thought abhorrent. The ceremony can proceed with purely animal sacrifices if I wish to avoid controversy. I lose 100 gold. Popular opinion and opinion will be as high as it can be. Opinion gain. Subjects that do not endorse human sacrifice will lose ample opinion and popular opinion. magician matters. Popular opinion and opinion gain will be on par with a magnificent animal sacrifice. The third option's free. It's free, but... Hey, Radifel. Moose are dangerous, yeah. Moose are very, very dangerous. One of Moose's common predators are killer whales. Really? You literally always go option 3? Okay, sure, then I'll go option 3. And designate a sacrifice, so who among here do I not like? I actually do like her. Like, too bad I can't recruit her to my army. No. 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 Okay, right now I'm thinking Suri or Ulsif. Because I have got some somewhat useful people in my prisons. And children. He's near death. He's not long for this world. Let's sacrifice him. Plus, we get the benefit of him having literally no one to be affected by this. Hello, Wolfer. Hello, hello. Done. Yep, let's go that way. How are you doing? Hopefully my prisoner doesn't die before I'm able to sacrifice him. Huddle seems to be having a difficult time at our latest feast. She snuck out early and has not been seen for the entire rest of the evening. Impatient. She has got... Ooh, you know what? I kind of want her to have a martial focus. Yeah, sure, be impatient, but yeah, we're gonna give her a martial focus, and so who is her guardian right now? Me? Remove myself as your guardian. Cuddles, let me give you a new guardian. Sweep me away. And, oh wait. No, Tyke. There we go. My son never got a guardian, did he? LCK3, it's great. I really enjoy this game. My ward, Cuddles, changed her focus of study. The thing she aspires to delve into the art of warfare, a study which I excel at, it warms my heart. Eh. Rogue doggo hair. Almost killed one of your players in D&D today. It's down to 5 HP. In one hit. Ah! Also died. Okay, so I need to designate someone else as my sacrifice. How about you? Well, see, I tried picking the most reasonable sacrifice I could, alright? Feels bad. So you were DMing, Wolfer? When you were working for Yellowstone, there were some moose, but it was the elk you had to keep an eye out for. They would hang out in common areas? I know in Colorado, like, moose were a concern. The guests at the blot are so numerous, they blanket the area around the temple, sending up a cacophonous roar as Ciri is dragged up to the altar, the first of several prisoners and more beasts. Ooh, she thrashes ferociously as her life is throttled away, the light in her eyes lasting till the first animal is slaughtered. Human corpses to the hanging tree, animals to the cooking fire. All gore collected in a bowl and painted the walls of the temples with. Huh? Who's this? Oh, this seems like an excellent opportunity to impress nobility. No, so I think I should do this to increase my popular opinion. Yeah, rub shoulders with the common muck to get popular opinion plus 50. Which I think should massively improve my vote strength. Whoa! It went up to 34 because of my popular opinion. I win! Where in the world are we? Right now I'm in England. I'm raiding England. Good call on the sacrifice. I have enough room in my pockets for one more raid. Then we have to head home. So we are the King of Norway and the King of Denmark. And I am raiding for money and prestige. Apparently I was in a battle. It was a slaughter. Ooh. Slain in battle. Had his head ripped off. By my champion.
Yes, die!
Witchcraft! As I open my eyes in the dark, I am immediately overwhelmed by an ominous feeling. Is someone watching me? Are you ready to embrace the truth, an innocent bystander? I sit up, suddenly completely awake. I look around for the source of the unfamiliar voice, but there's only shadows. Freya offers you her blessing. Will you accept it? Witch! Witchcraft! I'm a witch now! I have the secret. A witch. It's getting late, Imes. Have a good sleep. Thank you for joining us today. Did our new ruler have an easy time holding everything together? Yes. New ruler is holding everything together just fine. Yeah, I did play Zomboid for about 2 hours longer than I expected to. Now for a coven. Yeah, I forget how I convert everybody. I don't even know that I can create a coven. Zomboid went fine, Wolver, but it's like a really stressful game for me. Alright, I'm going to disband my army. I have enough prestige now to switch Denmark. To the Scandinavian elective? I want the Scandinavian elective, right? Yeah, it's super illegal. That's why it's a secret. Pretty sure it's cheaper to use a decision in the other screen. Is it? Adopt a special succession type. Why is it so much cheaper? What? It's 300 prestige to do it this way versus 1500? It's literally like 1200 prestige cheaper. I could have done this ages ago. The person of who shall succeed me after death has plagued me ceaselessly as of late, the threat of splitting the realm ever on my mind. Of course, while it is usually difficult to persuade the realm to accept a new order to the succession, it can be much easier to return to the old. Alright, we shall adopt the Scandinavian elective. I have to cast my vote. I'm pretty sure that I also want Jarl Steven take over Denmark. I startle easily. If there had been friendly fire in the game for melee attacks, Cody would have died more than she already did. He's rank 2. This guy. I'm going to murder you. Okay, maybe I won't murder you. Died from her wounds? Flagellant. Or flagellant. Ah! We don't know who, but someone is plotting to kill my wife. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so we have 2 active elections going on for the Kingdom of Denmark. How are you rank 2? Rank 1. 63! Ugh. My vote strength is only 12. I have way less wiggle room in Denmark. Yeah, I have way less sway in Denmark because I have no personal land. Yeah, Is like Denmark in a war or something? Can I take someone's land? In 86 years, they'll be a part of Norway. How do you know that? Oh, it's Deja Drift. Okay, sure. So how can I take over one of these holdings? Because I do have... I do have some... Like the Chiefdom of Shayland. Shayland. Can I just take this from him? Convert one of the dukes to witchcraft, expose them, and arrest their criminal butts. Easy revoke reason. I kinda want this one here. Or is there... There's no holy site here. That's a good idea. Let me find the one that has the most development. 2, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 4. Five. Chiefdom of Lubeck. This guy, Yorvon. Convert to witchcraft. Not Denmark. Yeah, in the same realm. Nuh-uh. It's not, you're right. My sister died. Abandon. I guess I'll just go for this one right here. It's got the most development, I think, and it's got the special slot. The Jarl Valdemar, my vassal and champion. I'm really gonna do that to this guy? I was the one who appointed him. Exposed? I already have a secret. I have exposed his secret, and now I can, I can't revoke his title because I need to have high tribal authority. This is crazy expensive. I need so much more. Okay, I've exposed his secret. I'm almost able to revoke his title. This is sneaky stuff. I'm paying a premium to do it again right away. But I wanna. It's super cheap in like 20 years. I'm gonna be dead before then. My vassal, Chieftain Kohler has accused my vassal Jarl Tosti of having an incestuous relationship with his own daughter. This crime cannot go unpunished. Wait. Where are you a Jarl of? Ah, dang. Dang. Okay, I'm gonna let him go for 100 gold. J-Slug's just helping me out. I need some prestige, like quick prestige. Can we go for a hunt? Hunting! I don't care if it's gonna cost me all my prestige to raise my tribal authority, I shall do it. My nephew Jarl Steven went on ahead of the group chasing a stag. I follow close behind and I find him standing above a commoner, pegging an arrow out of the poor man's chest. As soon as he sees me, he hides the arrow behind his back. It was the stag uncle, I swear. Soon enough, the rest of the party will catch up and demand an explanation. Uh-oh. He murdered him. This is the person no, this is who I want to be my heir. I don't get a murder seeker for killing him. But this is who I'm trying to make my heir. This is my heir. Lair heir. Nephew and vassal. He's just an innocent bystander. I was an innocent bystander. Gotta cover this up. %61 chance that this works out. Good luck. Everyone believes me. Covered up. And in fact, opinion of my heir has improved. Ah, the hunt is drawing to an end. We return home reinvigorated. And look who can almost afford to up tribal authority. Me. That's the worst thing I've done? Maybe. White claimants. Let me host a feast too. Did an actual murder. Well, it was an accident. I think. The guests are gathered in the great hall, lords and ladies from near and far reaches of the realm. The mood is bright, spirits are high, and the feast begins. Gotta hurry up and feast because I have to go to my doctor's appointment soon. After extensive conversation over delectable dishes, Jarl Steven expresses that he finds me most learned and wise, and that my utterances are always of inestimable worth. To all those less well read than I. Nice! Thanks for the prestige! Haha! And now, I shall revoke your title. All I need is the chiefdom. Revoke title. With him, I could just simply sway them, but it's more fun when I can strip him of his domain. Take the duchy. I can't hold the duchy. I don't think. I concede a title revocation reason. Jarl Valdemar. He'll get a press claim. He'll lose 80 opinion in me for 10 years. Sorry. He still likes me a lot. Pretty sure the doctor's calling. It's early! You can't make me show up to my appointment early. And destroy the duchy and hold the land. Okay, I revoked it. I think. I have to hit play? Did I just revoke the wrong thing? No, I revoked this, didn't I? Oh, he's already considering a proposal. Peace is dwindling down, and I find myself deep in conversation with my composed vassal, Jarl Valdemar. He inquires my opinion on friendship, a subject he is deeply interested in himself. You grow closer to forming a friendship with Jarl Valdemar. Well, you just wait, okay? Are we still friends now? We are. We're friends. Oh no. I have too many held duchies. So you're saying destroy the title. I can't. It's too expensive. Anyways, so now I should have enough vote power on the Kingdom of Denmark, maybe. My vote strength is 18. I don't have a lot of popular opinion. No, I do. 90. Let me increase control here. We'll work on that. I didn't even see what option 3 was. Was that the one I picked? And we're gonna have to continue improving this. I want to make it happen before I log off for the day. Elected, he may rule from abroad. They really don't like that. They really don't like that. Yeah, a lot of people are not in favor because if elected, he's going to be ruling from abroad. So I mean, I could try swaying them, but something tells me that, like, swaying somebody to vote... Like, I can send them a gift, but that doesn't change their opinion of my candidate. That just increases their opinion of me. That doesn't really help. Give away... Upland. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, we are gonna have to fix it Monday. Because I think my doctor is trying to get me to go to my appointment early. Which, like, why? That's not how this works. The doctors are supposed to be late, not early. But yeah, Iron Man mode, it's already good. I trust the judgment of a ruler I like plus 50. Weighing will help. Oh, you're right. This went up to plus 50. And this one's 25. Oh. Ah! I trust the judgment of a ruler I like plus 100. Didn't work. With everyone headed home to their respective homes, I'm proud to say this feast was a success. I have my wife to thank, and I feel nothing of gratitude as she sees the last few guests off. Until next time. On Dragon Ball Z. Still rank 2. Rank 1 with 55 votes to my 40 votes. Yeah. Okay, let's sway this guy. Sway that guy. And then you're voting for my person. What about you? Wish I could sway more than one person. My candidate! Yay! My candidate is next in line for succession. Woo! Politics! GG. Okay, so Jarl Steven, my choice as of right now, is in line to inherit both the title of Denmark, the title of Kingdom of Denmark and Kingdom of Sweden. Oh yeah! And now I can end this stream feeling successful. So I'm really excited to keep playing CK3. I would play longer today if I could, but I have a doctor's appointment in 20 minutes. So I have to go and do that now. Anyways, I was supposed to stop streaming 20 minutes ago as it is.